What was the first silver dollar struck by the U.S. Mint after the Comstock Lode? That beautiful silver find, the largest silver find in America, Virginia City, Nevada. What was the coin? Well, everybody bounces to the Morgan dollar because it is part of the storyline. But there was a silver dollar based upon history at that time that we struck. It just wasn't for us to use. It was for trade in the Orient. The U.S. is trying to throw out its influence, and we needed a silver dollar to be that of world respect. So we made it heavier. You might know the name. It's known as the trade dollar. And tonight, for a few minutes anyways, I got a few. I guess I'm going to be corrected on my English spell tomorrow. I have a few, but the bottom line is this. Look at these gorgeous coins. Now, for the majority of the 1800s, we did just not have a silver dollar. We didn't have enough silver until we found that beautiful Comstock Lode. And then history changed for the U.S. and many, many people inside of it. But you might remember the coins we did have were known as the Seated Liberty series. The half dime, the dime, the 20-cent piece, the quarter, the half dollar, and the few dollars that were made, all Seated Liberty. So it's not shocking that in 1873, when the U.S. Mint decided to make a silver dollar for export only, to be used in the Orient, and they called it the trade dollar. And they made it heavier than our standard Seated Liberty dollar and what would eventually become the Morgan dollar. 420 grains, 0.900 fine. Right? Beautiful coins. Most didn't even know they existed because the rule was this. They were sent over to the Orient to open up trade there. And the coins that did make their way back here, well, they were kept. Know why? Because they were heavier than the regular silver dollar of the day. So from 1873 to 1878, we had the trade dollar. Remember the movie The Samurai, right? Inside of that, just again, the weaponry to just teaching and working with the soldiers, etc. All that was part of the sphere of influence at that time in history. An open market for us all to be involved in. Well, this is part of it. This is the coin they made to help make that trade happen. So here is something just to take a step at. The Morgan dollar was made from 1878 through the year 1904, and then again in 1921. These are NGC only numbers, significantly larger if we add in PCGS. Over the last 40 years, NGC has seen, in all grades, circulated to uncirculated, 3.9 million vintage Morgan dollars. The trade dollar, made from 1873 to 1878, Philadelphia, San Francisco, and a couple rare Carson cities. 9,915. Now here's the other part, and it's just a factual part of our conversation. If we, and my buyers here that work with me, find 10 to 15 of these beautiful coins over a 6 or 7 month period, we're going to be wrong 15% of the time. And we know what to look for. One of the most faked or imitated coins, period, isn't the Morgan or the piece, it is the trade dollar. That is why all of our trade dollars will always be certified, like here with NGC. These are all beautiful hand-selected circulated coins, different dates, different mints. But the important part is they've been certified as being real on top of it all. And that matters. The other coins might look good, but if you ever go to eventually sell them, they might not feel good because they're going to say it's a bad coin. The sound test is the obvious, but even that isn't fail-safe, which is you drop the coin and you hear it just make its vibration. I mean, one of the early tricks that one of my good friends told me 30, 40 years ago. So tonight we have that dollar, that rarity. in the dollar series. The dollar that wasn't even meant for us, known as the trade. They're not bashful about it. They say what it is. It's a trade dollar. They say what it is. 420 grains. And again, it wasn't a significant boost, but it was enough of a boost to make the difference. Because the Morgan dollar was 26.73. This one's 27.22. You know the difference? One of the craziest stories. And again, I spent a lot of research when I was younger. Still love the history today. Many of you might as well. But look at the story of our first dollar. Remember the 8 real, the Spanish 8 real, with the dollar signs on the pillars, and we kind of incorporated it as our legal tender. Jefferson, Franklin, all were behind it. And the denomination series that we have, dime, quarter, half dollar, dollar, kind of followed their half real, real, 2 real, 4 real, 2 bits, 4 bits, 8 bits, a buck. Remember all that stuff when we were growing up? We took a circulated 8 real and we weighed it as our dimension for the silver dollar in our system. Which is why the Spanish were always a little bit heavier per coin than we were. Can't make that one up. Wish I could. Can't. So when you look at the world at this time, the Spanish, the English, the French, and now the young, 100-year-old United States, trying to make its way in the world and just advance, right? And our coin's light because. Guys, give me a 1-minute clock, please. What will I receive? We have a mixture of P's and S's. There are no CC's. I wish they were. And when we do, they add a 0 or 2 behind them. They're special coins. They are different dates. They range from 1873, the first year, to 1878, the last year. We're showing you a Philadelphia and a San Francisco here. If you buy more than one, yes, the odds are you'll get 2 different coins. That should be pretty simple. If you buy 5, that's going to be difficult. But still, think about it. So again, that number that just captures my imagination is 3.9 million Morgans in 40 years, and then 9,915 trade dollars in 40 years. By the way, my competition, $549.95. Same coin, actually certified by NGC as genuine as well. Kudos and perfect. I'm glad they're doing it. But tonight we're $150 less. Yeah. First time talking about it this year, and where are we, everybody? They don't grow on trees anymore. Ha ha ha. Thanks for listening.